What's going on, everybody? We just finished up in Edmonton. We had a nice protest arranged by YEG United, and these are young adults, university students from Edmonton, bringing awareness to the 15-minute cities. There was an Edmonton city planner that had the balls to show up to the event. I'll give him that much. His name was Sean. He thought he was going to be getting interviewed by little 19-year-old Alexa of YEG United, and then I jumped in. And wouldn't you know it, Chris Sky comes from my company, Sky Homes Corporation, which just happens to be in the planning and development industry, which I've specialized in for the last few decades of my life. So I'm probably one of the most qualified people, besides all the COVID knowledge and World Economic Forum knowledge and all that, to be discussing this with them in the first place. And we had a very telling discussion where it's quite obvious that they know exactly what they're trying to do to us, and they have every nefarious intent that we have been trying to warn people about. But the good part is, guys, even all the people that took the jab, say 75% took it, more than half those people took it because they didn't really want to. But they got coerced, public health measures, blah, blah, blah. But now when you're telling those same people that already didn't want to take a jab, you're going to have to give up your car, you're not going to be able to fly anywhere, you're going to be stuck in your 1.5 square kilometers, it's going to be a lot easier to convince them to get on board. So now they're not just dealing with anti-vaxxers or anti-maskers, they're going to be dealing with people who simply want to be able to live like human beings have been living since the invention of the automobile, and not be transitioned into this so-called post-personal automobile era where we're all relegated to these open-air prisons confined to our so-called districts.
Canadians, you need an intervention. After talking about 15-minute cities and explaining them in detail, and then going online to see the reaction, I see the vast majority of people, especially young people, completely fucking stupid. They say things like, why wouldn't you want everything within a 15-minute walk? Because, dumbass, the idea is the entire purpose of a 15-minute city, which isn't even a city when you can only go 1.5 kilometers in each direction before you hit the end of your district. The entire purpose of the 15-minute city, which I've been telling people, is to reduce your so-called carbon footprint, which is another way of saying reduce the amount of miles you travel, reduce the amount you fly, reduce the amount you drive, reduce the amount you eat, reduce the amount you do everything. A carbon footprint is a euphemism for your actual footprint. But if I'm wrong and you think I'm lying, well, I'll post some articles here where it literally tells you in the first sentence that the entire purpose of a 15-minute city is to reduce your carbon footprint and especially reduce your ability to drive and use motor vehicles. Why don't they want you to have a car? It's very simple. A car gives you freedom. A car gives you the ability to literally drive across the country. They don't want that for you. They want you stuck in a little area that you can't drive out of. So they want to make it so you can't drive. How are they going to do that? Well, they're already taking away parking spaces. They're already taking away driving lanes and replacing them with bike lanes. They're already making certain roads ultra low emissions roads so you can only drive an electric car on them. They're already putting checkpoints between the different districts with actual bollards and things to stop you. They're actually installing cameras at those checkpoints so they can fine you when they read your license plate and you drive where you're not supposed to, when you're not supposed to. But no, they're not doing this because they want to control you. This is all because they really love you. They want you to be walking around and riding around in your little electric scooters, and you definitely ain't going to be flying or doing anything like that. But of course, this is all just a conspiracy theory. Just put your mask back on, take your jab, and enjoy your 15-minute city, you fucking pathetic peons.